So it's been really rewarding for us just working with the industry. It's been exciting. We have this huge passion because we deliver real value, and I guess that's what makes us get out of bed every morning and do what we're doing. Morning. It's good to see everyone again. HarvestTECH 2021. Spoke to some of you 2 years ago, which was a great event. Been a bit more challenging this time, isn't it, with what we've been through. But so what I'm here to talk about is what BOA is doing to support with productivity, and it's really been interesting listening to Cameron and Thornton speaking now. It's such a critical matter. Productivity does matter, and I'm sure we're all very aware of that. That's just a quote from the New Zealand Productivity Commission around working smarter than harder, and it's about delivering that improved well-being, growing our incomes and more choices. And we have actually slipped as a country. We slipped 7 places in our productivity ranking. That's overall, and not specifically to forestry, but we want to be the global leader in forestry, so we need to look at every area we can improve our productivity. So I guess where BOA fits is there is a large problem in the industry, and that is that 37% of machine downtime is due to a hydraulic hose failure. So this is a stoppage that's not planned, an unplanned stoppage. That's a large number and possibly not well understood, but it's a significant problem that BOA has been working to assist industry in solving. So we know that brings a large cost, specifically around the time. Think of the, as we know, we can't bank time. Once it's gone, it's gone. And the time that your machine's down, think of the time your team's waiting around. But you've got to think about what that does to the balance in our lives as to when we're down waiting for a machine to be repaired. There's the cost, I'm sure we're all aware of that, the cost to repair, but just the cost of that waiting. And I know most of you would say that it's around $10,000, some say more, $15,000 a day to operate a crew. And so there's a significant cost there of around $20 to $25 a minute. And then there's the oil impact, which is the cost of the oil, but the environmental impact. So it's about thinking around how we can preventatively replace hoses on our machinery. Just a couple of quotes from customers that have joined BOA, since we've been working on this program. He said if you're on site and you blow a main hose, he said it would have been normally 3 hours by the time we get the hose back up and running. And he also said if we park a processor for a day, that would cost us anything up to $10,000. So these are the costs that we're incurring. So we live and breathe to turn wasted time into profit. That's what we do. We think about how we can help. We're not just your traditional hose supplier. We're looking at how we can improve the industry and make us more competitive as a country. So we've put together an integrated solution. There's 4 pillars. So the pod which probably most of you have seen or seen something of it. So we launched that 2 years ago, and that's been really successful for us. It houses that precision machinery that's required to do the hoses, to safely and easily assemble new hoses. And it's got a really unique workflow that just works, and I guess that's the difference. There's some real innovation there. A couple of quotes there. Customer says it's got everything we need. It's a pleasure to use, which is an interesting point. We get people say, I used to hate doing hoses, now it's a pleasure, and it's simple and easy to do. You can take it anywhere and it just does the job. The next point, which is absolutely critical, is around the people training and support. So we run a comprehensive program there to ensure the safe assembly of hydraulic hoses by your people. I'm going to talk a bit more to the hub shortly. That's our innovation. There's a huge pipeline of value being added to, which is the software that helps manage the program. And then the 4th piece is the Yokohama matched hose and fitting program that gives that extended life of hoses. So just to talk to the BOA Hub, as we call it, so it's a software piece that integrates in with the pod. So we released the it was about 18 months ago, so it was just after we were last here, we released the first phase, which was a simple inventory management, which has been something that's been a fear in the industry. Is just, we know about this issue, but how do I manage all that inventory? So the pod houses it all nicely, the software helps with the management of it and the reordering. So that's got simple things like scan to order and replenishment. Phase 2 was just released about a month ago. And that's where we're connecting users real time with the mobile facilities out in the field. So that's basically like a little Uber for the hose industry, whereby you can book, track, see where they're coming. It's all transparent. It uses geolocation tracking, but it's transparency is what we're about, and it's all about speed of replacement. But I guess what I just want to reiterate is we've got a very full pipeline of releases for the software throughout this year. There'll be significant releases every 2 to 3 months, and that's an ongoing, and it's all about delivering that value back to the industry. So just to wrap things up, just to remember that 37% of unplanned stoppages coming from hydraulic hose failure, and there is, we can help with that. So there's a couple of testimonials, one on screen there, just being able to make your own hose, get it going. It keeps everything streamlined and just keeps that continuous wood flow. So it's been really rewarding for us, just working with the industry. It's been exciting. We have this huge passion because we deliver real value, and I guess that's what makes us get out of bed every morning and do what we're doing. And I just hope that any that perhaps haven't had a discussion with any of the team will do, because there's no obligation, but we'll have a chat around how we may be able to add value to your organisation. So thank you very much.